rise to the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce in the bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep it clean. If they can try to shoot you, then show that you keep leaking. He said, I'm gonna hold you down when problems pop up. How you got me moving this dope? Want me and lock up? He said, don't you want the best vertical with the top of it? Stop, bitch, you get that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitch, blood, global, especially when it's pop up. I know you gon' rock. You the plug from by the lock up. I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Rock out of Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Tripping up my house, got a bit for the mama. Fucking up the house, be honest, you seen it, you said no. I hate you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. Fat, he ain't looking too good. His knees was kind of slow. I asked him about his struggle, he got stuck in for his brother. But the 6 hour trips in his legs would make him crumble. Bitch, he got a house and mama is living good. Said the fast took it all, you right back in the hood. I see you try playing, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us support our babies and making hoes out of ladies. I know you got me crazy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than cars for you to amaze me. I see niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't face me. I guarantee you won't regret it, remember I said it. Nah, you could dead. What you saying? I can't win. Nah, devil, nice try. Someone tell me the again. I didn't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the devil. The earth was given to the hands of devils. We seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious. But we been getting fucked up until the side like a business. Police control the rock because prison became a business. The murder one of us, they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropped a bomb saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the boss Obama. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die harder. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like the farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to set the score with Silas Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights. Patting me down, got nothing that's holding me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I give up my fight. So Mr. Overson, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you give a homeboy's life? I've been wondering, why you shot a homeboy twice? Pussy weird, George screaming after he got a knife. He came from my BB spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's tripe, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. As Trayvon, Mike Brown, the Hot Girlie, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Fernando Open, Sterling, Javon McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I didn't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. We seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. We seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. And said I pray to die every devil. heart broke. Cop got me on the side of the road, like a sideshow. Need a head to go before I broke. Now I'm set flying with 50 bands, what is top smoke. Running with no cause, trying to find direction. World got the next. Pick up a bag, in your hand, and that's a red turd from the stretch. Feel like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 feet plus I'm still ready. Trying to call a boy with a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Blessing you in hell, I can do the cell. We took the breath of life on me, turn cell. Listen well, tell what I tell. No party can cause pain. Something that'll rub with no very well. Can you tell how the city was Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword. With a style that the ice report. The only thing evil is the curse for the wicked in the righteous reward. Hand mercy on the niggas, no seed separated from the dead. Now, all my prayers, even so be. A rebel, take the world not word off. You be paid to be the rebel that you heard about. And it ain't going to stop till 100 persons in the house. And the word stop. Right, ain't heard about without a shadow of a doubt. Never see your dreams soft. From the bank of my soul and pocket, you know, you can't see me talking. You cannot stop. Nothing on the feds watching. Tell the people that they choke. No rich knockers. Put in some prison and stop violence. Crime, take on the rebels in the rock closets. And leave for violent men. And never understand things that never truly made sense. Why I'm crying that these people for a criminal. Knowing you ain't innocent. It's fucked up. But my book shot. Freeze by the blades on their head. Call it tough blood. The gospel niggas just good. And when you touch a white bitch with those face like blood, Father, forgive me for my errors. I'm forever by your side. In the first shit, I'm on my flaws. You the reason I'm alive. Thank God for the truth. For a long time, it's a rebel without a law. Once I'm on the heart, man, for the yourself. Rebel without a law. Open the door and drop the truth on the rebel without a law. We were inside. Rebel without a law. I'm alive. Thank God for the truth. For a long time, it's a rebel without a law. We're already here. We're already here. People now, before I go here, we already got inside and outside that money. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We've been in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You are still to assess it. You're the only one who can do that.
Shalom, y'all by Shem, y'all Shabbat. To my brothers, y'all Shema Latam, by Shem, y'all Shabbat to my sisters. This is the ISUPK La-Sha-Wan Padash class. That's Holy Tone every Friday. We are ISUPK Detroit every Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. This is where you learn your native tongue. Begin to learn your native tongue. Don't just check out his class, but there's classes at different times all over the world. YouTube, Facebook, check out those La-Sha-Wan Padash classes by the ISUPK. This is a basic class. You start you off learning characters or what you know as the alphabet. I'm going to tell you a little bit about different things in the alphabet. La-Sha-Wan Padash means holy tongue. Hebrew is the first language, it's the language that Adam spoke. It's the language that Noah spoke. It's the language that Abraham spoke. Hebrew is the original language in the earth. Remember, it was only after the time of the battle that the Most High confused the tongues of the people, and they scattered. But they were trying to do evil things. But we're here to teach the La-Sha-Wan Padash, the holy tongue. let's get started. Let me see who all we got in here. See all we got in here. I see Sister Davis in the house. Glad to have you, Sister Davis. I got your mic muted right now, but anybody else that you want to join us on screen because I'm gonna be switching. Uh, there we go. We'll be switching to things like this, so you can be on screen. There's in the chat room. Look for that link. Just click that link in the chat room, and you'll get it on. Unforgiven. First time I caught y'all. Glad to have you here. You got Sister out of Chicago. Sister C is in the house. We got other folks coming in. I saw Studale in the house. Yeah. Young man Wood in the house. Glad to see you brothers in here. And of course, Sister Davis. Sister D is in the house. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna unmute you. Be mindful of background noise. It will come through here and create echo. So here we go. The La-Sha-Wan production. Of course, we already know we read and write right to left. From the right to left, not left and right like here in English. English, you'll start way over here, and everything go that way. And that's not how you do it in the Hebrew. The Hebrew, we read it right to left. It's La-Sha-Wan, Wa-Das. We're going to get to that. All right, let's get our characters out the way. I got a logo that's here, and you should be seeing it. Let me know. I'm going to go to full screen sometime. Let me know if that logo gets in the way and you can't able to see what's going on. God, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Aba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha. Got that? Got that? Then we got Ta. You see? Yeah, we got Ta. Ya. Ka. Ka is not to be confused with Ka. See that? We got La. Ma. Na. Sa. And I. Ta. Ya. Ka. La. Ma. Na. Sa. I. Still with me? Right, you're going to erase that for about a little bit. That boy getting pretty full, pretty fast. All right. Remember, we start with the I. Pa. Za. Qua. Ra. Sha. And Fa. Not to be confused See that? Just got to remember to watch out for the tie and the thigh, the tie and the cow. This is tie. This is cow. This is tie. This is thigh. Just got to remember. So, I want you to know that we do have a Midwest Fire Weekend coming up, June 22nd. So like July 22nd through July 24th in Chicago, Thursday. It's going to be the Black and Brown lecture from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then starting at 9 p.m. we got the Giving Killers in the house. That's right, Captain Zariaki Katazar across the line radio. Is going to be in the house from the school in Chicago, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. live. Then on Friday morning, of course, we're going to do breakfast 9 to 11 a.m. Then I love going to camp from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Going to camp. Going down there, and we're going to invade corners of Chicago. And of course, when we get back to camp, starting at 6 p.m., we got classes with General 12 Shield, General Mahoney. All right. You don't never want to miss General Mahoney. Never want to miss him. Roll up the sun. Then, of course, Saturday, they're having the festival. It's going to start at 12 p.m. All right. We got that. We got that done. Let's look at a few more things. If you notice when we write these, when we write our characters, no matter what character I write, it's going to have a sound. This is the I, hard sound. I. This right here is ya. All right? That's the ya. And this is a shot. Listen to the simulator. I, ya, shot. See that? Not making this a word, but just showing you. Ah, God, shot. These are the sounds that each one of our characters make. When we say this is the ah, the ba, the God, the da, that's the hard sound. Now, we have this little fellow right here. We have this little fellow. When we write, he may or may not, and as you going to speak more, more Hebrew, more ancient Hebrew, you'll learn, even if he's not written, that he sometimes has to be there. Because you'll say the word, it just won't even make sense to you. You know, we get a lot of that when we read on the Sabbath. You see the brothers up there, they're actually reading, when we say they're reading Hebrew, we're not saying they're saying, ah, ba, God. No, that's not what they're reading. What the brothers are reading, they're reading ah, ba, God. That's what they're reading. That's what they're reading right there. That's what they're actually looking at. They're looking at the Hebrew letters in the Torah. That's what they're actually reading. Now, what this fellow does is it makes this hard sound become soft. Because another example. These are good examples here. That's the God. This is the model. That model probably the best one after the shot. What it does is when this connected is what it is. When it's connected, it connects only two characters. When it connects those characters, the second character loses its hard sound. See, it loses So this is not Kwa-Ma. This is Kwam. See that? Kwam. This is not Kwa-Na. This is Kwan. And this is not Kwasha, but it's Kwash. Kwash. Okay? That's what this character does right here. That's what this character, this fellow right here does. This connector. It softens the sound from the hard sound. Our character naturally has to a softer sound. You see? So this is Kwam, not Kwam, Kwam. Kwan and Kwash. That's what those would be. That's how you would pronounce those. All right? Everybody got that? This is your first time. Make sure you're paying attention. You write that down. Now, what were we doing? We ended it last week. All right. Anybody can tune in at this point too. We ended last week. We said we're gonna pick right back up, and we were talking about our tribes. Our tribes. I do believe that's what we put down. This is what I wrote. Somebody, here we go. This is one of the tribes, right? That's one of the tribes. And this is one of the tribes. That's one of the tribes. What two tribes are those right there? What two tribes are those right there? You can maybe Shemaiah's in the house. Young man Boyd is in the house. I'm looking for an answer. Those are two of the tribes. 1 second, sis, I see you. I see you, I see you, I see you. We'll give anybody else a chance. That's just because the chat room is a lot slower than being live. Y'all got about 30 seconds now. Go ahead, Sister Davis.
The first one is the tribe of Judah, Yahweh.
Say again.
The first one is the tribe of Judah,
Right.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. That's how that's pronounced, correct?
And the second one is Benjamin, and it's the Yaman.
Say it again.
Tribe of Benjamin, and that's at the Yaman.
Okay.
Benjamin.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get you get that pronunciation correct for you. It's by Yan. It's pronounced Ban Yan. Let's do this.
Fine.
So that would be Bana Yan. So it's Ban Yan. Right here. Ban Yam. That's a Ya and a Ma. That's soft sound. Yam. And this is a Ya and a Na. So that would be Yan because of the connector. That's pretty doggone good right there. Everybody else is welcome to join in. That's the first one. First two, rather. Yahweh and by Yam, which is the tribes of Judah and Benjamin. The tribes of Judah and Benjamin. We'll go over here. That's another tribe. There's two more tribes up there. And your other brothers and sisters in the class, can you give me these? Two more tribes. This one should be fairly easy. You got a La, right? You got a Wa, right? And you got a Ya. You got to connect it here so you know that Wa is not La-Wa. It's not going to be that. That will have that soft side. La, Allah. Ya. That's pronounced La, Ya. This first one right here. See that? La, Ya. Which is actually the tribe of Levi. It's actually the tribe of Levi. This one was really interesting. You got the Sha, you got the Ma, you got the I connected. So Sha, My, then you got the Wa and Na connected. So that's one. Sha, My, One. Sha, My, One. And that is the tribe of Simeon. That is the tribe of Simeon. Now let's back up a little bit too. You do know in Hebrew, names mean something. We just don't name somebody a name for that sound pretty, LaQuisha or anything. We don't come. Names mean something. Names mean something. So each one of these tribes, their name means something. Yahweh, that means Yahweh thanks. Yahweh thanks. That's what Judah means, to be Yahweh thanks. Then you go to Benjamin or Benjamin. His name means son of the right. Now, how do we know Ron is in there? We know Ron means son. You see, son of the right. The son of the right. And then we got lawyer or Levi. And it simply means joined to. It simply means joined to. That's what the tribe of Levi's name means, or lawyer. And Sha-Wan means affliction heard. And if you go back through the Bible, and study, because these are the sons of Israel, the sons of Jacob. His wives learned through him about the Most High. You see, and they knew to pray at a different time, different things was going on. And these sons got these names. Let's start with the oldest boy, Reuben. I think Reuben was the firstborn son. So a lot of people think Judah was first. Judah was the fourthborn son. He wasn't the first in line. Reuben was the firstborn son. And hit Ra-Abban. That's Reuben's name. That's Leah's boy. That's Leah's boy. Now Jacob didn't necessarily care for Leah. You see that? But watch this. She was the first one to get pregnant of his wife. See that? And her thought was to present him with a son would draw his attention more to her. He would treat her better. And so she said, see, it's a son. That firstborn son in our culture, that's somebody. That's somebody. He gets the blessing. He gets it all. You see, that firstborn son. So she brought forth Jacob's firstborn son and her. She was telling her husband, look, it's important. In other words, do you like me now? Do you like me now? So that's why he got his name. See, it's a son. Okay? So let's go through these first four again. The Howdah, and I'm going to do my best to stop saying the English name for these tribes. We need to know who we are talking about. The Howdah, Wanyanyan, La-Sha-Wan, and La-Sha-Wan. Okay? Let's go four more. I'm hoping y'all writing this down. I know this is one of the days I'm using very little English, even though better. And that's cool. That's cool because this is not an English class. Okay, we got Howdah, Yanyan, La-Sha-Wan. How about this one? And the only time we're going to use it is to make the connection when we first put it up. The English, that is. Okay? All right. You got one? Write it down and then tell me what it is. On this one, I'm going to put a little star next to this one here, right? But I got a question for that. Okay. Answer this one. Okay. Who knows for me? All right. What I need is the Hebrew pronunciation for those three tribes right there. Give me, and then give it to me in English. I want the Hebrew pronunciation first. It's easier. It's easier when you write it down and see me read it. Okay, Sister D, I see Shemayim, Sister Shemayim, she got the right tribe, but I still need to take a look at that. So that's before, okay. Then you got the right tribe, the first one is the right tribe. Now I need the Hebrew pronunciation. Now we need the Hebrew pronunciation again. If you feel like joining us on screen, click the link, just in the chat room. I'll see you come in and get you up on screen. All right. got Zebulon. But how do you pronounce that in Hebrew? How do you pronounce that? That's the question. How do you pronounce it? All right, I see y'all chatting in. Okay, that's absolutely right, Sister Shemaya. Anybody else? Anybody else? Want to take a stab at that? Anybody else? Okay. I see what you wrote, Sister Davis. Okay. We know the first one. Yeah, we got it. Okay. We know the first one. And we just dealing with Zebulon right now. First character is a Zah, no connected, right? The second character is a Ba, no connected, right? The third character is a La, still no connected. And then we got a Wa and a Na with a connected. So that's going to give us a 1. You see that? La-Wan. La-Wan. La-Wan is how that is pronounced. Okay? La-Wan. Sister D, you got it a little bit backwards, sister. Just a little bit back. When you wrote Zabawa, and your wife went over here, Zabala. Zabala. Okay, these two are the asterisks. Anybody can tune in with this? First, who are they? And what number son are either one of these? What number son are either one of those? Who are they? Ra. Not Ha-Yam. Ha-Ra-Yam. 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 And here's why. Your connector, and that's right, Ha-Ra-Yam. Ha-Ra-Yam. The connector is not right here. It's right here. The Yam is connected. This, you're quite right. That's a Ah. Ha, then you got the Ra, then you got the Yam. See that? Ah, Pa, Ra, Yam. Not Yam, Ra, Pa, Ah. No. It's Ah, Pa, Ra, Yam. And that is which tribe? All right. You got two folks who got this right, Aparayim, and that's the tribe of Ephraim. And of course, sisters are on, this is Manasha. Manasha, that's how that's pronounced, Manasha. That's pronounced Manasha. And that is the tribe of Manasseh. So the sisters got that right. See that? That's the tribe of Ephraim and Manasseh. Here's my question. What number son are either one of these two fellas? Go ahead, Sister D, if you got the answer. We're talking about Ephraim and we're talking about Manasseh. What number son? You know, Jacob had 12 sons, right? What number son?
Yeah. 12.
You say they're number 12?
Yeah.
Number 12 would be the youngest son, which was Vayamna.
Okay.
You see, that's the youngest son. This is kind of like a tricky question. They would be considered the 11th son. And here's why. Because these are not sons at all. These are not sons at all. Aparayam and Manasseh are not sons at all. These are Jacob's grandsons. These are the sons of Joseph, who his brothers sold to the caravan that was coming by because they got tired of him bragging. These are the sons of Joseph who ended up in Egypt. First, he ended up in prison, then he ended up in the second highest ranking in Egypt. These are the sons of Joseph who was there that he could rescue Israel, his people, during the famine. Okay? Remember they said there was going to be 7 years of plenty. They said there would be 7 years of plenty. Then it said it was going to be 7 years of famine. And it was Joseph that told the king his dream, and the king gave Joseph the order to build the barns to make it happen. He did it. Then when the famine came, we ended up in Egypt. I'm gonna show you how this is a good lesson to learn. This is a good lesson to learn because everybody looks at the world right now, these great superpowers, the United States, Russia, England, Japan. These are all supposed to be first world countries, superpowers, Germany, see. And the Most High took out all the powers of the earth using the famine at the time when we went down into Egypt. He took out all the power of the rest of the people by taking away their food supply. And then everybody, since there was an Israelite, Joseph, who had the foresight, who the Most High showed him what was going to happen, and caused Pharaoh to give him the power to build these great silos and to store all his grain. It was by the work of an Israelite that Egypt became the greatest nation on the face of the earth at that time. Why? Because they had all the food. They had all the food. And when we went down into it, here's one of the things we did not do at first. We did not kick it with the Egyptians like that. Even Joseph, even though he had began to look like an Egyptian, he was dressing like an Egyptian. When he sat down to eat, he ate by himself because Egyptians did not sit down and eat with Israelites. Did not sit down and eat with Israelites. Let me explain something. We got tricked into chasing after our oppressor with phrases like separate but equal, and the Michael Kings of the world decide that it's better for our children to sit down with our oppressors' children and learn in school and have our oppressors teach our children their ABCs and their lessons. The teachers super influential. And young people are like sponges. You see that? They're like sponges. So even Hitler understood and said so that if you gave him a child, at age 5, by age 12, he'll give you a full-blown nuts. He'll give you you teach children what you want them to know, what they need to know. Here, we teach them the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Okay. I see you, Shemai. All right, I got your mics muted right now. But here, you teach children, how can I put this? We want to deliberately teach our children. The dumbest thing we have ever done as a people was Brown versus the Board of Education over in Topeka, Kansas, when they did away with separate but equal. And now you're sending our children to go to school with the oppressor's children and to be taught by the oppressor. Up until they started enforcing that up north, you found men teaching things other than gym. You found men teaching things other than gym. I remember in 8th grade, my science teacher was a man. You see that? My science teacher, well, as a matter of fact, all my science teachers were men. My math teacher was a sister. My science teacher was a man. Of course, shop and drafting teachers, those were men. My music instructor was all men. You see that? But you can't find a black man in a public school teaching anything more than gym and coaching some type of sports team now. Even though, guess what? It was an Israelite that laid out Washington, D.C. You know how much math that fella had to know? And then what type of memory he had? Why? Because the French fella that laid it out got mad with the United States and left. And Benjamin Banneker finished it up from memory. Okay. What am I saying? When we was in Egypt, Joseph told him to tell the Egyptians that you're sheep herders and that you want to go down here into this part of the country called Goshen. It's a country. Remember, Egypt was a country, not just a little town. Egypt was a country, just like the United States is a country. Germany is a country. Egypt was a country, is a country, even today. They don't have nearly the power they had. Why? Because they oppressed the children of Israel, and the Most High heard their cry and spoiled them, took them out. He took them out. Just like he put them in power with a famine, he took them out of power by his own power, with all those pestilence and all those plagues that hit him. And then he killed the firstborn of everybody in Egypt. Every Egyptian, the firstborn of every Egyptian, including the animals. If it opened the womb, it died that night. It died that night. You see. Now, Ephraim, or Apariam and Manasseh are the sons of that same Joseph. If you look through the charts of the 12 tribes, what you will not see is a tribe called Joseph. You see that? You will not see a tribe called Joseph. You will see a tribe called Ephraim, and you will see a tribe called Manasseh, or let's use the Hebrew name, Apariam and Manasseh. They are Joseph's sons, and Isaac, Jacob blessed them just like he blessed his other sons. So though they complete the 12 tribes, even though they are not sons of Jacob, they're not sons of Israel. That's why I put the asterisk there. Somebody might ask you that again. Somebody might even start talking to you about, well, Joseph's son Manasseh, Joseph didn't, not Joseph, but Jacob's son Manasseh, Jacob didn't have a son named Manasseh. Jacob's son Ephraim, Jacob didn't have a son named Ephraim. Those are Joseph's children. Those are Joseph's children. All right, we got that. Now, let's do something else. Let's go back, let's look at the ones we looked at. Who are these people today? Yahweh is because the tribe of Judah, it means Yahweh thanks, right? Yahweh thanks. So the question is, who is the tribe of today? Who is the tribe of Yahweh today? Anybody know? Raise your hand if you know and you're on camera. And I'll unmute your mic. Okay, I see you, sis. Go ahead, Sister Dorothy. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, you got this Salakia sis. Click back here. I hit the wrong thing. And somehow I took you off the screen. Right, we would think it's 6 and 7, but no, they're not. They're not sons at all. Okay, here we go. All right, sis, your mic is unmuted. You back on the screen. You ready to answer that question? All right, sis, your mic is unmuted. Back on. You ready to answer that question, Sister Dorothy? Who are Yahweh today? All right, what you got? Okay. Anybody else want to give a shot at that answer? Who is Yahweh? Who is the tribe of Yahweh? Who are they today? Okay, I think I saw you. Oh, you are unmuted. You're unmuted, Sister D. You got an answer to that?
Okay, what did you ask? What question did you ask? Who was Yahweh, the tribe of Judah?
Who are they today? Who are they today? And since you may have to cut your put your headphones on when you get ready to speak, because what we're doing is we're getting that feedback, but that's how we're getting that echo. So yeah, who is the tribe of Yahweh today? Anybody that's not on the screen, you can type that answer. If you got an answer, you can type it into the chat room too. If you got the answer, you can also type it into the chat room. The question is, what's the American name or the English name for the tribe, the true tribe of Yahweh, or the true tribe of Judah? Do anybody know? All right. Let me go ahead and answer this. Not just trying to give y'all a chance. Because we're going to do that with each of the tribes. You need to know where your people are. And when you start realizing who these tribes are, start adding up the numbers. We way bigger than what we look like. The tribe of Yahweh are the Negroes. The Negroes. You got that? These are the Negroes in America. They used to be slaves. That's us. The Negroes. That's Yahweh. That's Judah. The next one is Banyanyan. That's the second one we went over. Banyanyan. That's the tribe of Benjamin. And who are they? These are our West Indian brothers and sisters. You got that? Benjamin by Yam Yam is our West Indian, our Jamaicans, those folks from down there, the West Indies. These are West Indian brothers and sisters. Then who do we have next? We had La-Ya or Levi. Now this is interesting. And what did we say Levi's name mean or La-Ya name mean? It means joined to me. Joined to me. La-Ya. And these are the only group that was put into slavery that fought against the oppressor and won their independence. Which can be said is the only successful slavery vote that took place. Do you know who did that? They are called the Haitians. The Haitians. That's the tribe of Levi. Check out the history. They got their freedom from France. They beat France's butt. They got their freedom from France. All right? That's Levi. They are the Haitians. Next one we dealt with is what? Affliction herd, La-Sha-Wan, or Simeon. These are who? These are the Dominicans. These are the brothers and sisters. Student Dale, let me see what you're saying here. I got you. Student Dale say, it's heavy when you think about it. There is a lot of us when you add up all the tribes together. Is that right? Understand, these tribes have become nations. It's only because we are so oppressed that the Negro is not considered a nation unto itself. But look, the Haitian, that's a country. Haiti is a country. That's the Haitians. West Indies. We talk about the West Indies, the Benjamites, right? It's a number of countries down in that little area in the West Indies. Number of little islands and countries down there, but they're considered independent countries. You see that? Simeon. Can you say Dominican Republic? Now you do understand that most of these names, a lot of these countries, nothing but some oppressor's last name. You see that? American Vespucius is why this hemisphere is called the Americas, because of him. He was here before Columbus. You see that? Who we got next? Zebulon or Zabalawan. Zabalawan or Zebulon, right? Who is he? Can you say from Guatemala to Panama? And this is important. Why? I had a period as a young man, I was in the oppressive military. And as I look back, I watched how we were apprehensive. I served with brothers from the West Indies. I served with brothers from Panama. And it was so, I can look back and it was so palpable, the tension that existed between us. And we look alike. Panamanians look just like us. You know what I'm saying? A little bit darker, lighter, woolly hair, just like us. And yet, because they're considered Panamanians, we look at them with a jaundiced eye, or they look at us with a jaundiced eye. There's three tribes that for sure is weird, to me anyway. But you know where we got that from, right? We got that from being oppressed. We got that from being oppressed by those who put us in slavery. Okay. Anybody else having a problem hearing me? Do anybody have a problem hearing me? Give me a 2 in the chat room if you have a problem hearing me. If you have a problem hearing me. Anyway, let's look at three other tribes. We're going to look at Ephraim, Manasseh, and Issachar. Okay? And we're gonna get back to writing in here in a minute. We got a little time. But we're looking at Apariam, Manasseh, and Yashakar. Issachar is Yashakar. Okay. This is crazy. Ephraim is what they call Puerto Rico. Yashakar is Mexican. And Manasseh is Cuban. Now we all look and say they all speak Spanish. They all speak Spanish. But they even separate themselves. They separate themselves from each other. Go to New York. Go to New York. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But our Spanish-speaking Israelites still segregate themselves unto themselves. You know, we got Southwest. And that's what is in Detroit. We got what we call Southwest. And that's what Yashakar is. Go to the Southwest. Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters. You see that? Yashakar, but they set themselves separate from what? The Negro. We set ourselves separate from what? The Mexican. You see that? And do you know just Negro verse, Puerto Rican verse, the Mexican verse? If you just add them up to one people, we outnumber everybody. The sad part is we've been so tricked and we are so spoiled that we won't separate ourselves as a people from them. So therefore, we will, only a few of us are going to be saved. All the tribes are going to be represented, but only a few of us. Say 2/3, the Bible said 2/3 are going to be lost. You see that? Only 144,000 are going to be given them drones and set up. You see? So, Yashakar, so we got Aparayam, Ephraim, and Manasseh. We got them. So let's get the next set. I don't want to run out of time. And y'all know everything is teachable. You let me tell you, everything is teachable. I'm learning from the mighty man on the mission. Never neglect opportunity to teach. We got La-Sha-Wan, we got him, La-Sha-Wan. We got Pariam, and we got Manasseh. Then we got this fellow. Yeah. Then we got, I'll straighten the camera up in a second. We got this fellow here. And I hope you can see this. We got this fellow here. Like, same difference. What we need, you can't see that one fine. I'll move it up a little bit. oppressor has kept us divided. That's why we have the La-Sha-Wan concoction. Our language our language can actually assist us in crossing borders, national borders. So this is our language, and then when we recognize and love our language and begin to speak again, you're going to be surprised how united, those few of us that do that, how tight we become. It's something else. It's something else to be any place in America and see your brother say Shalom, how about you have a shot? You know, and people just look. They call it Shalom. They think you said Shalom, but they call it Shalom. But after that, they're done. They're done. See what I'm saying? They're done. But that causes us to be even tighter. All right. Who's this fella right here? That fella, that first one right there. Anybody ready to tell me that? Okay. Let's see, he says. Yep. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Now let's do the pronunciation for this. Remember, we don't have an "a" in there, so it's not "gag." That's how we say it in English. It's actually "God." "I." That's an "I." That's a short A. Absolutely correct. That would be a short A, so I would make that God. You pronounce that God. And what about this fella right here? This fella right here. Let's look at it real closely. I'm going to give you a hint. When you use those connectors, that's showing you that second fella is going to have only 3 syllables in his name. Because we know this is 1 syllable, that's the Ra. And when this connect, this is no longer 2 syllables, this is 1. With this one being soft, right? This one being soft. You see? Then we're saying here, it's not going to be Bana. This is connected. So we know the end of that is going to be Ba. We know the front of this is a Ra. So we just need to know what this is. It's not Ra-Aban. Ra-Aban. That's Ra-Aban, and that is the tribe of Reuben. Reuben. And Reuben are the Seminole Indians. You heard of them? Look them up. The Seminole Indians. See if you get some older pictures. You'll be surprised. I don't know these pale faces. A lot of these pale faces, we got some culture members out there. So they'll take over anything. But look them up. Ra-Aban or Reuben. This one here is A-Shar. So this is this is how you pronounce it. Ra-A-Ban. Okay. This last fella, A-Shar. A-Shar. That's how you pronounce it. Ra-Aban and A-Shar. This is, of course, Asher. The tribe of Asher. I'm going to have to look that up. Can't remember offhand. Okay. Colombia. Asher is Colombia to Uruguay. That's that South American brother. That's a shot. Okay. Again, Ra-Aban or Reuben, that's the Seminole Indian. Seminole Indian. And Gad, that's the American North American Indians, I should say. The North American Indians. Yeah. How do we know this? Well, it's all in the Bible. It's all in the Bible. There's a Gad shall be overcome by truth. North American Indians was the truth that did away with them. See that? La-Sha-Wan, there's a scripture that defines him as being a beast of burden, and he'll take a rest. You can't, I'm telling you, you cannot work on Mexican brothers. You can try. You can try. You can try. When the brothers get to work in land of the field. Why you think they got them out in the field and turned into migrant workers and migrant farm workers and stuff like that? But they can't do it. The oppressor can't do that work. See that? The oppressor can't do that work. We can. That's why you think they turned us into slaves. They couldn't get out there in that hot sun and pick all that cotton, that tobacco, that sugar, can't eat it, all downhill. Every place we've been, they enslaved us. See that? Why? Because they couldn't do it. You really want to know why? Because our forefathers turned their back on the Most High. And our oppressor was blessed with the sword. They lived on the fat of the land. We were told we were going into captivity and no man would buy us, meaning no man would redeem us because we disobeyed. Now, by coming back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, by coming back to the Most High, you see, we show him that we trust him. Regardless of how it looks, there ain't no fear. There ain't no fear in us. You learn about that? Another commercial. You need to look at it. One cowboys in our camp, Maybe we'll let their colors fly, and then you're ready to die. You see that? The next one, you know, oh. Of course. This one. We already talked about that. Let me get these here, the pronunciations. Remember, when you see these, that's one syllable. You see that together, that's going to be one syllable. This is definitely not kara. This is definitely not yasha. That's not yasha. All right? Yeah. La-Sha-Wan. Okay, what are these last two? That's on the board. That's what we're looking at. The last two. Okay? I see you, Sister David. You're in the ballpark. Let me give you a hint. This is pronounced foul. Foul. This is right here. It's pronounced foul. That's a foul. So that's a lie. So they're connected. This is pronounced foul. So you can get that pronunciation. Look for the brothers, I'm looking for the brothers. Definitely close. But you got Tala. You got Tala. It's Thal. Take that second A out before the Ya. Take that A right before the Ya out, and then you'll have it right. Not the Thal Ya. Not the Thala Ya. Not the Thal Ya. Not a Thal Ya. That's how you pronounce that. Good work. Good work today. Not Thal Ya. So it's Na, Ha, what's this? Thal, Ya. Not the Thal Ya. Not Thali. Not Thali. We pronounce it not Thal Ya. Not Thal Ya. And before that, you can find them spread from Argentina to Chile. Again, South American brothers and sisters. From Argentina to Chile. Those are your brothers and sisters down there. And they catching hell too. They catching hell. And the last one, that's Yash. You got another Shah. Then you got connected here, that's a Ra, that's a Ka, so that would be Car. Right? Yasha Car. See that? Yasha Car. And that is, of course, Issachar, who are our Mexican brothers and sisters. Yasha Car. Now, but some things we did go over. Gad means, well, let me back up. Zebulon or La-Sha-Wan. What does it mean? It means dwelling. Dwelling. Ephraim or Aparayim means I am fruitful. I am fruitful. Manasseh, made to forget. Manasseh means made to forget. God, say Gad, means truth. Truth. You know, when we went over Reuben and brought our Bible, see, it's a son. Ashar. Ashar or Asher means happy. Naphthalia means my wrestling. My wrestling. And Yashakar, he is hired. He is hired. And there we have it. Any questions on the tribes? Any questions on the 12 tribes? Did we get everything written down that we needed to write down? If you got any questions on the 12 tribes, put them in the chat room now. You got any questions about any of the 12 tribes? All right. that, we go close out the class. We're going to say how about Shimmy, how we shop around the thumb to my brothers, and how small the thumb to my sisters, and how small the thumb about Shimmy, how we shop. So my sisters going to see you next week at the same time. This is the ISUPK, starts out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we've been started in 1969. Since that time, Most High Brothers, under the leadership of Commander Jerry Hunt under Christ, and we are going throughout the earth telling the truth of the Bible. And the truth of the Bible is simply this: that we are Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are in fact the lost children of Israel, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Shalom, Israel.